In this video, you're gonna find the best gaming mouse for your needs. As always, I focus specifically on price performance so that you guys won't fall into the trap of buying one of those overpriced products that are just way too expensive for what they really deliver. However, every gaming mouse I recommend in this video is being used by hundreds of professional gamers every day and has won several championships in different games. And of course, it doesn't matter if you're on a small budget or if you want the best gear available, because in this video I will cover each and every price category. So if you're searching for your perfect gaming mouse to climb the ranks or to play your favorite games, you're in the right place. Now let's dive directly into the $30 price category. At just $29.99, the classic Razer Deathadder is as cheap as never before, but it definitely hasn't lost its charm. With 10 million copies sold, Razer renamed it Deathadder Essential and reduced its price even further, which makes it a perfect buy for people with smaller budgets. Deathadders are known for their fantastic buttons, and the Essential version is no exception. It's got Omron switches that feel very light and tactile. They are very much spammable and they feel great to depress, and they don't have much unnecessary travel either. It's also got a clickable scroll wheel that has very light steps and 2 buttons on the side. Sadly, Razer doesn't ship any replacement skates for their mouse feet, but those that are already applied are just great. They glide with relatively low friction and provide a very smooth feeling. The mouse is also very light with only 94 grams, which pro gamers usually appreciate very much because lightweight gaming mice are better for your wrists in the long run and they are being moved more easily. The green lighting at the back and around the scroll wheel, the DPI settings and the buttons are all customizable with the help of Razer's cloud software. As for its size, it generally has a larger shape, which might be more suitable for medium to larger hands. So if you have really small hands, you might prefer some of the other options I recommend in this video. For the sensor, it uses a PAW3328 that has perfect control speed and a high maximum acceleration. However, if you need some examples of pros using this particular gaming mouse effectively, then probably the most well-known is the legendary League of Legends player Faker. He used the Razer Deathadder even before he started playing League, and after that he won the World Championship in 2013, 2015 and 2016 with exactly that mouse. The next category is the $60 price category. Here I recommend the BenQ Zowie FK1. I really wanted to add this gaming mouse into my list, especially because it's one of the few that are really dedicated to FPS games. So if you love playing games like Battlefield or Counter-Strike, this could be the perfect gaming mouse for you. The main buttons of the FK1 are relatively stiff, which is good for FPS games, but it could be a problem for some people playing RTS games or MOBAs. There are also 2 buttons on the left and on the right side, but they're positioned in a way that you shouldn't be able to click any of them by mistake. They also have a low travel distance and a moderate click. The scroll wheel is also great with lots of tactile feedback. The design of the FK1 is very simplistic without any RGB lighting, however you can customize your DPI settings to 400, 800, 1600 or 3200 DPI. And with up to 1000 Hz, the polling rate is also top notch. When it comes to the shape of the mouse, it's a fingertip grip mouse. It's quite low and super light with just 90 grams. It's also ambidextrous, so it can be used by left and by right-handers. For the sensor, it uses the Avego 3310. This is an amazing sensor that's extremely precise and is perfect for everyone who needs very accurate precision. It can track very small movements and does it very smoothly. There is also no unnecessary hardware acceleration, which makes the mouse even more accurate in its movement tracking. That's also one of the reasons why many FPS gamers like Shox from Vitality in CSGO or Xantares from BIG are using exactly this gaming mouse to win their games. Next up is the $80 price category. The mouse that I can recommend here is the Logitech G703 Lightspeed wireless gaming mouse. Even though Razer and other companies are doing a very good job creating solid gaming mice, Logitech has been at the forefront for a few years now. They supply most of the gaming mice to pro gamers around the world because the design and technology they use in some of their mice just seem to be pretty flawless. Now I think that the cheaper gaming mice I recommend in this video are perfectly fine for any gamer and still perfectly suited to win any world championship you would like to win. But if you prefer a wireless gaming mouse without spending a fortune, then the G703 is your perfect fit. It uses the Lightspeed wireless technology that's pretty much lossless. And even though there are still many people that think that wireless mice have a higher latency than wired mice, this is simply not the case anymore. Because with Logitech's Lightspeed wireless technology, the latency is as good as with using a cable. For the sensor it uses the 3366. This sensor provides pixel perfect precision without any smoothing, angle snapping or acceleration. Omron switches provide a great tactile feeling without much unnecessary travel distance. Many mouse enthusiasts also say that Logitech's perfect implementation of the Omron switches is exactly the reason why Logitech mice are so popular nowadays. On a personal side note, I use a Logitech myself all the time and I really love the switches as well. However, the scroll wheel has a rubberized texture and is relatively solid, with not too much tactile feedback, but also not too much smoothness. Its simplistic design also only allows for 2 side buttons, however, these feel great and very tactile. The mouse has RGB lighting and customizable DPI to up to 12K, and a customizable polling rate with up to 1000 Hz. The G703 is a medium-sized mouse coming in at 105 grams. That doesn't make it super light as all the other gaming mice I recommend, but that's due to the wireless chip you need when you skip the cable. It's still very light for a wireless mouse though. However, the look is pretty clean and simplistic, while it still feels like a very high quality mouse. The battery life is about 30 hours if you turn RGB off, and about 24 hours if you kept it on. However, the G703 is also one of the most utilized gaming mice in Pro Play, which shows that wireless mice don't have any real disadvantage anymore compared to wired mice. With a whooping $150, the last gaming mouse I recommend is probably far out of reach and uninteresting for most casual gamers. However, since it is in fact the most used gaming mouse in Pro Play, I also have to add it to this list. When it comes to price performance, I think for most gamers, this mouse is not worth a buy. But if you want to invest heavily in gear to become a pro gamer yourself, or if money doesn't really matter to you too much, the Logitech G Pro Wireless is the mouse to buy. The design is very simplistic with a typical Logitech G look. However, the buttons and the shell are of extremely high quality, while all of the switches and buttons feel just amazing. With its ambidextrous design and medium size, it also fits into most people's hands very nicely. Since Logitech designed the mouse for long hours of gaming, the shape also offers no discomfort at all. With this mouse, you will easily be able to play extended periods of time without getting any problems. It also has a very easy to click scroll wheel and 2 buttons on the side which offer a great tactile feeling when you press them. On a scale, the Logitech G Pro Wireless is an absolute lightweight. It weighs stunning 81 grams, which is unheard of when it comes to wireless gaming mice. For the sensor, it uses the Hero optical sensor, which is often recalled as the best sensor on the market right now. It's extremely precise and uses very little energy. In fact, even though the mouse weighs only 81 grams and includes a very light battery, it has up to 50 hours of battery life. It's also customizable to up to 16K DPI, and it has a polling rate of up to 1000 Hz. So the Logitech G Pro Wireless is really the pinnacle of technology when it comes to gaming mice. However, unfortunately the price is very high for most people, and for most casual games it's not necessary to have such a performance mouse. But if you have $150 to spend on a mouse, this is the one you should buy. It's just simply great. Now, every now and then there comes a new invention or a new type of technology that improves the gear that we use or reduces prices of older hardware. And of course, that's true for gaming mice as well, and therefore my recommendations will change over time. So for that I created a website that I update regularly, so if you watch this video a few months from now, you can always go there and you will find the latest recommendations with the guaranteed best value for money. So here you have it, my personal opinion of the 4 best gaming mice you can currently buy. So if you're interested in one of them, you can find the links to all the gaming mice I'm recommending in this video in the description. I hope this guide showed you some interesting buying options for your next gaming mouse. Now, I would like to turn it over to you. Which gaming mouse interests you the most? Or maybe you have a completely different gaming mouse in your mind. Either way, let me know by leaving a comment below right now. And so what's left to say is, thank you for watching, I hope this video was helpful for you, and I see you in the next one.